The Bush administration blames Muammar Gaddafi for the bombing of Pan Am 103. Racial hatred in America's heartland. And tonight's Money Crunch, advice on how to keep on buying even after the cash runs out. This is the CBS Evening News. Good evening. Dan Rather reporting. Murder warrants are out tonight for 2 Libyan spies. They are now formally charged with bombing Pan Am Flight 103 out of the sky over Lockerbie, Scotland. The Bush administration says a 3-year investigation has turned up evidence that high-ranking Libyan officials were behind the plot. President Bush reportedly is convinced it was not Iran, not Syria, it was Libya, and the president is said to be considering military action to punish Muammar Gaddafi. Rita Braver begins our coverage.
Indicted 2 Libyan intelligence officers, 39-year-old Abdul Basit, chief of Libyan airline security operations, and 35-year-old Lamin Fima, an undercover agent who worked as Libyan Arab Airlines representative in Malta. They are charged with placing a bomb aboard Pan Am 103 and killing all of its passengers. Identifying the Libyans took FBI and Scottish investigators 3 years.
Inch by inch, month by month, fields, forests, lakes, and towns. And they found bits of evidence that proved to be critical to the investigators and forensic scientists in solving the case.
A tiny fragment turned out to be part of a Toshiba radio that concealed the bomb. Another fragment turned out to be part of the bomb's timing device. Scientists traced it to its manufacturer.
A Swiss company that had sold it to a high-level Libyan intelligence official.
FEMA allegedly brought plastic explosives from Libya to Malta, where the 2 men constructed a bomb. Their airline cover let them steal baggage tags from Malta Airlines and gave them access to place a suitcase containing the bomb onto a Malta Airlines flight to Frankfurt, Germany, where it was automatically transferred to Pan Am 103A to London, and from there to Pan Am 103, bound for America.
On December 21st, 1988, death rained from the skies as 270 innocent men, women, and children were murdered at Lockerbie, Scotland.
Officials adamantly denied suggestions that focus switched from Syria to Libya after Syrian cooperation in the Gulf War. But families of some victims are still concerned.
I would have to take the words of the Scottish police as well as the FBI that it's Libya and not Iran and Syria, which again, they have to prove to us that they were not involved.
The investigation is continuing. Suspects are higher-level Libyans. Rita Braver, CBS News, Washington.
Muammar Gaddafi was not among those indicted today, but the U.S. government is pointing the finger of guilt directly at him.
This was a Libyan government operation from start to finish. We hold the Libyan government responsible for the murder of 270 people over Lockerbie, Scotland.
The Bush administration also released a white paper showing that since the 1986 U.S. raid on Libya, Gaddafi's involvement in terrorism has only become deadlier and more sophisticated.
We've seen a consistent pattern of Libyan-inspired terrorism that continues to the present.
According to the white paper, Libya is responsible for the 1989 downing of a French airliner over Africa, operates at least 5 terrorist training camps, and gives millions of dollars each year to terrorist groups, including $20,000 for an attack that never came off against the U.S. Embassy in Haiti. The obvious question, what can be done to stop Gaddafi?
We are considering any number of international responses. The president has already raised this issue with some foreign leaders.
Among the options, demand that Libya turn over the 2 suspects, organize a United Nations embargo of the kind imposed against Iraq, order a military strike using the high-tech weapons which proved themselves in the Gulf War. That is the preferred solution of at least some of the relatives of those aboard Pan Am 103.
If you're asking today, is military reaction or strikes a viable option regarding Pan Am Flight 103?